Shifting gears now here, over the past few months, our ABC Action News I-team has reported on how hate crime incidents here in the state of Florida have risen to their highest level in decades.
Well, it's a series we've dubbed State of Hate. And tonight, I-team investigator Adam Walzer wraps it up by speaking with experts about the factors behind this trend and what can be done to stop it.
A Jewish UCF student attacked in Orlando. A black man run off the road in Pinellas County. Nazi flags in Tampa and anti-Semitic flyers in St. Petersburg. Some recent examples of Florida's growing state of hate.
These things don't happen in a vacuum.
John Lewis is a research fellow at the program on extremism at George Washington University.
The networks, the ecosystems, the online rhetoric continues to inspire, to mobilize individuals like that to violence.
Some perpetrators of racially motivated attacks became indoctrinated while in their teens. An 18-year-old was charged last month with threatening attacks on New Jersey synagogues, posting online that he planned bombings, shootings, and maybe beheadings. A teenager who fatally shot 10 African Americans in a Buffalo grocery store studied a racist concept called replacement theory online.
He was, an 18-year-old who'd been sitting at home alone during COVID for 2 years, sitting on 4chan every day, just absorbing the hate, absorbing the rhetoric.
The nonprofit research and policy group Everytown reports the shooter used YouTube as his personal library of firearms and tactical information, posting links to dozens of videos in an online manifesto. Kelly McBride is vice president of the Poynter Institute for Media Studies.
I mean, YouTube is one of the most dangerous places.
Because it's going to take you down that rabbit hole.
It has absolutely the potential to take you down that rabbit hole, depending on what you're searching for and what you're clicking on.
Those rabbit holes appear because big tech companies use algorithms to determine what pops up next, based on your prior media consumption. In 2018, Congress held hearings on terrorists using social media to recruit.
Enemies of our way of life have sought to take advantage of our freedoms to advance hateful causes. Violent Islamic terrorist groups like ISIS have been particularly aggressive.
But nearly 5 years after those companies vowed to make changes, videos about QAnon, bomb making, and white nationalism are still easily accessible.
They can figure out if you are going down a path toward a hateful ideology. They're very reticent to talk publicly about what they do to counter that and whether they're doing enough.
Genie's already out of the bottle.
Tampa child psychiatrist Dr. Rahul Mehra says young people feeling disconnected from families and peers can lead to online manipulation.
Visual images is the starting point for our emotions. That is why people scroll. You're seeing images, and if those images fit already your bias that you have, it's further intensifying the emotional state.
Mehra created a series of YouTube videos called Emotional Vaccines, dealing with tough issues like suicide prevention, gun safety, and bullying.
What we really have got to do for solutions is think proactively and think upstream. So this is designed to educate people on a public health policy approach.
Mehra hopes to reach troubled teens before they choose violence or extremism, but he says we are the first line of defense.
True first responders are parents or families or pediatricians, coaches, teachers, and other institutions that are more likely to spend time with children.
When you talk about where the threat emanates from, it is almost always going to be from those online spaces that serve as incubators for hate.
We're trying to explain how this happens so that people who are family and friends of a susceptible individual might be able to intervene.
You can find links to some of Dr. Mehra's videos along with other information about how to protect your loved ones from being targeted by online extremism. Simply go to abcactionnews.com. I'm I-team investigator Adam Walzer with photojournalist Randy Wright taking action for you.
Adam, thank you. And as we previously said, this story is part of our State of Hate series that we've been working on for months.
If you would like to check out other parts of our State of Hate series, it is easy for you to do so. Just go to abcactionnews.com, find the I-team tab at the top of the page. From there, click State of Hate. You'll have access to all of these stories and more.